At the age of 17, she has read the entire Quran in Arabic.
Han Meditation.
Hello guys, I am Han. This is Kelly.
Hi everyone.
We are Han Meditations. We're back with another exciting video to cover, guys. Now, we've been doing a lot of revert videos. This is someone who converted their family and 30 friends to Islam. I mean, how spectacular is this, guys? So, find somewhere comfortable to sit and watch, and let's get right into it together.
Debbie Rogers, better known as Aisha, and her family were devout Christians. Her family were strict Christians with whom Rogers regularly attended Salvation Army meetings. When all the other teenagers in Britain were kissing their George Michael posters goodnight, Rogers had pictures of Jessup on her wall. And yet she found that Christianity was not enough. There were too many unanswered questions, and she felt dissatisfied with the lack of disciplined structure for her beliefs. Aisha says, "There had to be more for me to obey God than just doing prayers when I felt like it." Aisha had first seen her future husband, Muhammad, when she was aged 10 years and is a regular customer at their store run by his family. She often saw him pray. Aisha recalls, "There is satisfaction and peace in what he did." So I asked him about that. He said he was a Muslim. I said, "What is a Muslim?" Then, with the help of Muhammad, she began looking deeper into Islam. At the age of 17, she has read the entire Quran in Arabic. She made the decision to convert to Islam at the age of 16 years. Despite her conversion, however, Muhammad's parents were against their marrying. They saw her as a Western woman who would lead their eldest son astray and give the family a bad name. Nevertheless, the couple married in the local mosque. Aisha wore a dress hand-sewn by Muhammad's mother and sisters, who sneaked into the ceremony against the wishes of his father, who refused to attend. Aisha's parents, Michael and Marjorie Rogers, though did attend the wedding, were more concerned with the clothes their daughter was now wearing and what the neighbors would think. 6 years later, Aisha embarked on a mission to convert them and the rest of her family. She recalls, "My husband and I worked on my mom and dad, telling them about Islam, and they saw the changes in me, like I stopped disrespecting and talking back." Her mother soon followed in her footsteps. Marjorie Rogers changed her name to Sumaya and became a devout Muslim. She wore the hijab and did her prayers on time, and nothing ever mattered to her except her connections with God. Aisha's father proved to be more difficult to convert, so she asked the help of her newly converted mother. "My mom and I used to talk to my father about Islam, and we were sitting in the sofa in the kitchen one day, and he said, 'What are the words you say when you become a Muslim?' We were overwhelmed with joy when he decided to become a Muslim." 3 years later, Aisha's brother converted. Then his wife and children followed by her sister's son. It didn't stop there. Her family converted. Aisha turned her attention to her neighbors. Every Monday for the past 13 years, Aisha has held classes in Islam for Scottish women. So far, she has helped to convert over 30. The women come from different types of backgrounds. Trudy, a lecturer at the University of Glasgow and a former Catholic, attended Aisha's classes purely because she was commissioned to carry out some research. But after 6 months of classes, she converted, deciding that Christianity was riddled with logical inconsistencies. Her husband, Muhammad, does not seem so driven to convert Scottish lads into Muslim brothers. He occasionally helps out in the family restaurant, But his main aim in life is to ensure the couple's 5 children grow up as Muslims. I can honestly say I have never regretted it, Aisha says of her conversion to Islam. Every marriage has its ups and downs, and sometimes you need something to pull you out of any hardship. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, said every hardship has an ease. So when you're going through a difficult stage, you work for that ease to come. Mohammed is more romantic. I feel we have known each other for centuries and must never part from one another. According to Islam, you are not just partners for life, you can be partners in heaven as well, forever. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Very
So,
beautiful.
whenever I'm watching that, I really think about how, we've talked on this channel a lot about how if you want people to change, you don't sit there and you try and force them, hey, do this, do that. You have to become a Muslim. You have to do this or whatever. What you have to do is you have to lead by example, number one. So are you acting the right way? Are you being a good person? Are you changed? Are you, what kind of things are you doing to show that you've actually changed your reality? So if I'm sitting there and I'm telling people, hey, do this, do that, or, if I'm telling people to work out, but I'm not working out myself, I just look like a liar or a fool. If you want to help people, you have to be the example. That's the way that you can change people. If you want people to be nicer, if you want people to have love in their heart, if you want people to be forgiving, you have to forgive yourself. You have to have all these qualities and do all of these things to get that kind of reaction from someone else. So I really believe that was a beautiful story. What did you think, Ellie?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's really so interesting that she lived in a place where she had never even heard about what Muslim was, except from the man who will become her husband. And I think it's really interesting because obviously Allah always has his plan, and we're born into this exact life that we're meant to be. And I really think that there's a lot of power in being a revert, because especially when it comes to a situation like this where she went on and got her parents and then 30 women in a place where people didn't even know what Muslim was. And I really think that these people, her message wouldn't speak as strongly to them if she was not a revert. And so there is a lot of power in being revert, because it can be like, hey, I started off same as you. I'm not coming at you as someone, who's very different from you. I am you. I'm just like you. And this is what I found by looking at this. And it eases people's minds, to be like, okay, I can relate with them on this level. And then I really think it helps them, turn a leaf and look at Islam in a more open-minded way too. And it clearly does work if she was able to revert that many people. So it really is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is. And I always think about one of the videos we watch where it's telling people you should not be looking at reverts in a bad way. Like how the parents at first were saying, oh, the dad didn't even show up to the wedding because he didn't approve of it. But it's like, like all of the Prophet Muhammad's companions, peace be upon him, they were all reverts. Mm-hmm. So really think about that. The next time you want to talk about who's a revert and who's not, and should you marry them, and should you are they real Muslims, and so on and so forth. So you shouldn't really be judging anybody in any kind of way. So I think that really is a touching story, and I think a lot of people can learn from that. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for liking the video, subscribing, sharing the video. Thank you to everybody that donates to the channel. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.